sort of been classic big stack play so far. There's 2 big stacks, and between them, they have won, 8 out of the 10 pots we've seen.
Yeah, and that's what you will expect to see from here on in. Someone is going to have to throw the net out sooner or later. You know, you can't just have these big stacks run over you. But, you know, they've established the chips. They've earned the right to do what they're doing.
For the shorter stacks, pretty much they are receiving the message that if they want to win a pot, they're going to have to play back at Cabbage or Finneran.
Well, that's it. You know, you consider from the big stacks, when they're bringing in the raise.
Raise all in.
Yeah, and you can see Conroy, he's saying, he says, first chance in, it's a big raise. I mean, Conroy's got 100,000, so, wow, it's like 12 big blinds.
He's called him.
Yeah.
He's called him. He's elected to make the call here.
Actually, I imagine Cabbage would hope to be up against a smaller ace. Now, this is going to be a big old pot.
Yeah, well, he cannot, in his mind, in any way, shape, or form, think he's up against a smaller ace. The guy's not going to move all his chips in with an ace rag. So he's racing again, and he's prepared to race. He must be a very fast runner.
You think it was a call that the Cabbage didn't really need to make, perhaps? Or is this what you have to do if you want to get to that magic number of $1 million?
Nah, I don't think you have to do it at all, no. You're giving your opponents a chance to double up through you.
It's Conroy all in, needing the 5s to hold. Oh, they're not so far.
Unbelievable. He hits the jack again, and...
Spades won't matter, and this Yorkshire man about to be made into pudding.
Wow. Unbelievable. We lose a very good player here, folks. Huge, huge achievement to get this far in a major event, and I know he's a little bit disappointed, but I believe he's got the best part of €7,000 to help cheer him up.
Yeah, and he's had a great run in this tournament, nice guy. But for Cabbage, I think now he's going to have over 300K, and that is going to be massive. Geez, nearly 400K. This guy is going to be a force.
Well,
he's a monster.
It is, and I mean, how ironic that the 2 hands he's just knocked out his opponents have both been ace-jack. He's been behind, and he's won the race. Wow.
Yeah, I've got 5 trips around the board. I got a stack of 80,000. It folded to me in the cutoff, and I shoved with a pair of 5s, and John Cabbage, big stack next to me, called, and it was a race, and he won.
I think John's pretty happy with the way things are going, though, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Look at him. God, he's got 400,000.
Well, aces are like that uncle of yours that you always used to pop by, and when they did, they'd give you some money, and they don't come about.
He's not that far off from having as many chips as the rest of the table put together. Got about 33% of the ones on.
Well, he has definitely broke good in this event at this day, at this featured table. He's up over 400,000. He's got to feel absolutely fantastic.
A new player coming into seat number 1. He is a legend, European poker legend, Surinder Sunar. He also has a big relationship to Irish poker. Terry Rogers, who founded this Irish Open, was a big supporter of Surinder, helped him out, and Surinder's not shy to talk about it. When Surinder was starting out in poker, been a big supporter of this Irish Open over the years.
He loves coming over here. I'm not sure if he's ever missed an Irish Open. He's been a part of this great event since time it started.
There's some great pictures of Surinder from some of the Irish Opens hanging around in the 80s. He's got hair down to his shoulders. It's unbelievable. Big, thick, flowing black hair.
He gladly takes some of that hair now.
There's 44 players in this tournament right now. Left, we've lost 9. And told around the outside, a lot of players watching. Neil Channing, he's one of the big names still in, has yet to make the feature table. He's up to about 260,000. So he's sort of an oncoming power. This pot's raised up by Cabbage with the King-9.
Yeah, again, he's not afraid to stick his chips out there. He's going to get a call from Thomas Finneran here.
No raise.
Excuse me, it was limped in. Cabbage just limped in with a King-9 suited.
Well, everything almost seems like a raise because the blinds are so much at this stage. But
so we've got basically the 2 big stacks at the table here in a pot together, and they've both got something.
That's right.
Check.
John Cabbage hitting top pair. As you can see, he's got the 9, and he's got a king to go along with that, which would be a very good kicker.
Is this straight draw a bit of a mirage for Finneran?
Well, he's just playing it. He's thinking about it. He's, an open-ended straight is very nice. I think he'd love to see a couple of clubs out there, but There's 8 cards that he can hit.
Just thinking, I mean, if he does hit the 8, you know, Kabaj could be betting with a hand that includes a 10.
Well, that's the thing. He'd much prefer to see the 3. He'd much prefer to see the low end of the straight than hitting the high end, and he's probably thinking about that. But, you know, it's easy for us up here when he's sitting down there and he's thinking about it, and sometimes you just have to go on your instincts.
Just thinking, I mean, if you're sitting with Finneran, are there more reasons to play a pot here or more reasons to not play a pot at all?
Oh, you limped with that hand, or
Pass.
he decides to fold it.
And Cabbage will take it down.
Pass.
And I just get the feeling that Cabbage has got sort of the attitude of a man who's willing to get in there and play some pots and play loose. But Finneran is saying, hey, if I'm going to play a big pot, it's going to be my decision to do it.
Yeah, that's it. And I like the style of Thomas, the way he's thinking about it. You know, try and keep the pot small. Keep the pot small, it keeps you out of trouble. Then, when you have a really big hand, it's time to build some pots.
Outside tables, and there's people leaving. William Klein's limited there by Philip Stars, the Scottish lad, and yeah, he's got it now, but there'll be 7,500 in his pocket. And Dixie Dean, East London star, protege of the Razor Ian Fraser, but nice run in this tournament for the Dix man.
Pass.
All in from Galway, Emmett Davis for a 30 ball. It's not a huge bet. He's under pressure.
The clock ticking down in the background, closer to the blinds and antes. Gonna go up again fairly soon, about 22 minutes.
In total.
Surinder is one of the great thinkers in poker. He takes his time. This could be a 6 or 7 minute decision. I don't think it'll take that long. But
Well, he better take his time, because you and I can see that he's in really bad shape. Really bad shape. And this is typical Sooner.
What is it?
He likes to take his time,
29,500.
put his opponents on the burner a little bit.
25,500.
Kind of feel good. King 9 is a big hand in this particular spot, but we both know that he's in really bad shape if he tries to make a move here.
Good luck. I wish I wasn't so short stacked. Let him do the job.
Pass.
And Kabaj has got a much different situation than Surinder, of course. It's not that big a percentage of his stack. He knows that Davis will be doing this a lot of hands. I mean, is there a call here? You know, he's
Cool.
yeah, he's getting an interesting little price there.
Yeah, he is. The only thing, though, is that he's just lost a big pot, Jesse.
Queen.
Momentum is not on his side. And so I wouldn't be at all surprised if Davis wins this, just because understanding the feel and the nature of the game. And you want to go when the momentum's with you as opposed to going against you. But let's see what happens.
Davis all in, and that queen speaks to chances of elimination, although plenty of outs with the straight draw.
It's an open-ended straight, as we can see. That doesn't change anything.
Well, any 9, any ace, any king, those are the cards for Emmett. And he's out.
So, ladies
John.
and gentlemen, from the feature table, we lose Emmett Davis.
And I think he was always a little bit under it from the start today. But this Paddy, a last man, going to be making a showing in the World Series of Poker and next year in this event, I imagine.
Yeah. I will I'll be the first man to buy him a drink at the bar at the Rio, because he's played a great game to get this far. It's no easy task to, going up against the best players in the game, and he's got to feel pretty good about it.
Look at that again. Kabaj coming in from behind, but he felt like he had the price from the big blind, hit the queen on the flop, and never trailed from then.
Yeah, but we've talked about it before. You know, it's never easy. Granted, he hits top pair. However, his opponent picks up an open-ended straight draw.